Okay guys, we got Jeff's truck here. We're going to check out a driveline issue. Vibrating when he lets off on the pedal. Deceleration, I think that's what the story was. So let's get underneath here and we'll take a look. As I'm betting it's a U-joint. It's got to be a U-joint. Let's climb under here real quick. Little dirty, but that one's actually tight. Ideally, guys, when you do check these, put it in neutral and release the tension and chalk the tire. If you do that, chalk the tire, then you can take the pressure off the driveline, and then you could feel the backlash in the rear diff and in the transmission. So let me shake this around. What's Darian doing? He's got Joe's truck done doing coolant flushes. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. Okay, see it? So rear driveline or rear U-joint. We could do the single U-joint all by itself. The issue with that I would see would be the rest of the U-joints were subjected to the exact same conditions as this. So do you want to gamble that this was a parts failure or that this was wear? So if you want to gamble that this was just a parts failure, then throw a U-joint in it and hope the other two are okay. Or if it could be attributed to wear, if you think in your mind this is, I'm giving ideas for how a customer can justify which way they go with a repair. If you think this is a failure, replace the one. If you wouldn't mind the peace of mind of having all new U-joints and a new carry bearing, I'd normally send those to Inland and have them, they can balance a drive shaft, they can put Spicer U-joints in it. It's a fine line between replacing one or rebuilding the driveline. If you want to rebuild it, Inland, it would, I think they're about $500 or something for the carrier bearing and the U-joints all installed and to balance it. So if you want balancing drive shaft, then you know, you got to pay a little more for it, obviously, and it would be good. I mean, like right here, look at this. Look at this. I mean, you got one of the weights is starting to separate right now. I mean, not really. It's welded on there, but probably just nitpicking. But with where I'm at right now, the pinion seal is also leaking. So when we take that driveline off, you might chalk up a pinion seal, and then depending on the miles that are on the truck, if there's 100,000 miles, I do rear diff service too. Because there's no use in adding fluid to dirty stuff. You might as well take the cover off and clean it out, because the rear end should not lose any fluid at all. So if you have lost some, it's really not worth adding to the old fluid, because this rear diff fluid is about $25 a quart. So it's not worth adding to it and diluting it down. You might as well pop the cover off and get a fresh reset and get all fresh fluid in it. We brake clean it out, clean it all out. In a perfect world, a driveline rebuild and a pinion seal and a rear diff service. Or we could just do the U-joint. Either one.